Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a first quarter, January, February, March of 2025 reading for you. This is a general reading. It may not resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information about the readings I offer is in the description box below, where I'm offering a half-off sale through December 31st of this year. So I'm glad you're here, and I appreciate all the support that I get from you. Let's get started with your overall energy. Aries, I'm using only major arcana cards for the principal indicators of the month. And for you, I pulled the Sun card. So this is characterizing the energy of your first quarter quest. And it feels as though you are emerging as absolutely comfortable and joyful in your own energy. This is about you being absolutely comfortable and clear, truthful, straightforward, honest, playful, from this place of real self-acceptance of who you are. This is understanding that you have a right to be human, you have a right to enjoy your life and to make mistakes as you begin to develop your passion. The way in which you share that passion with others is highlighted by the way that you can elevate, lighten, inspire others to appreciate the abundance of the world. I'm also going to pull an oracle card from the Soul's Journey as a little bit of a beginning tone, and I have pulled Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. So this is really an interesting match with this card, in which you are clear about what you're here to do. You're clear about your humanness, your frailty, and also your power for love and joy. This is almost feeling like no matter what your age, you're comfortable in whatever level of development, progress, evolution you have achieved. You're not judging yourself for your clarity, your comfort with something that to the outside might seem basic, but this is actually a powerful stance of self-acceptance and being in your own light, understanding that you are well the way you are, and that there is no need to perform for others, that your job is to meet your own standards of love, of uh, illumination, sharing that light, that joy with others. This is coming across for some of you as creative. I'm going to pull the card for January. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me a story about the precise personal development and a soul evolution that you have undergone quite consciously for many of you. This is you having progressed through a series of stages. Each stage on your journey you have studied for its values, its lessons, its gifts, its benefits, and have focused more on the experience of enlightenment than on the material accoutrements of success, so that you're less focused on what you have achieved in the material world and more focused on the things that you've learned and understood about the way that you operate in the world. This is indicating also that this is the card at this moment of one who is in some way rebellious. And rebellion is coming to me as an attribute of this joyful and youthful spirit that I intuit in the Sun card. This acceptance, joyful, lighthearted elevation and sharing of generosity of spirit that comes from experiencing life, living the experience, living the journey, and accepting that as your purpose, allowing your purpose to unfold in a way that's counter the status quo, counter the way that many of us have been conditioned to experience life in stages of achievement and accomplishment. So this is really underlying what I feel for you in January is highlighting a lifelong journey for many of you, a beginning journey for others of you that are at a different place in your life, the beginning perhaps of your journey. But here you are committed to doing things in a way that works best for you. And because of that, it has been a long journey for many of you. In February, we have the Death card. This is underscoring the idea of the amount of work you've had to do to release, surrender to the way it's supposed to be, releasing that, seeing your conditioning as something that wasn't simply a feature or experience of your childhood family of origin, perhaps, but also this is about the social structure, the norms of society, as well as conditioning that grooms us into the roles we're supposed to play as adults. And with this embrace of a greater sense of joyfulness, playfulness, creativity, there is a sense in which I feel you are recapturing that uh, youthful inner child, for lack of a better word. I know that's loaded, but what I mean by that is returning to a sense or being reborn again into a much more wizened experience of joy, of creativity, of opening up on the basis of your heart, your experience through your relationships, through your experiences of passion, finding that passion. And in many ways, as a result of understanding your place in the world that you may have experienced in January or are experiencing more clearly in January, you're ready to be reborn into the consequences of the choices you've made, to not disregard standard measures of success, but to expand your definition of abundance and success. And in March, we have the Magician. So this is a fairly clear progression to me in the beginning of 2025, where you, by March, by springtime is coming, winter's ending, you have an idea, you have a plan, you have a proposal. There's something that you clearly want to build. This comes out of this clear sense of intention as a result of you understanding your place, and understanding your role feels a little more accurate. That this reclamation of a role that you have grown into, that even if this is the result of a particular gift or talent or set of skills that you understand that you have had to earn your way back into full awareness of your purpose, why you're here, and what you can do, the power that you have to share your light with others. So March feels like a real concrete opportunity for you to put something forward, to start something, to express the experience that you've had in moving to this place of the beginning. I'm going to clarify one of my lights just died, and it may just be ready to die. Uh, so I'm going to leave that be. It may have less impact than it should. So for the Wheel of Fortune, I pulled both the King of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is really matching this energy of being open to learning the things that you can learn, being willing with all of your experience, all of your skills, all of your knowledge to be open to trying things differently, to being willing to upgrade your skills, relearn things, move yourself into the current time, the advance of technology, understanding the tools that you've customarily used could be improved upon, that there are better ways to work, there are smarter ways to work. And part of this is about dreaming the dream, dreaming your vision into some kind of concrete form. This is naturally coming out of the experience of maturity that you are reflecting here. So this maturity is about recognizing how much you've had to grow into this experience of a pure heart, a pure expression, that how much work went into having to clear away the obstacles that in many ways you realize were restricting you from being able to express yourself clearly, openly, and in a straightforward way. This is where you've actually understood that your vulnerability, the difficulties, the obstacles, the storms, have matured you in a way that makes you clear that openness, that ability to take a risk on the things that you love, that you want to love, that you would like to connect with, has actually gained you a sense of strength, clarity, and purpose. So that inner wisdom is something that allows you to stay calm and relaxed, even in the middle of the social storm that we're experiencing in the world, the difficulties that others may be experiencing, being able to keep yourself in the eye of the storm, kind of holding the center around this knowledge that whatever comes, you can heal it, you can overcome it, it can be conquered in some ways through a way of adjusting, loving self, knowing that you can heal, that you are healing, and that you're aware that your health, your well-being is one of the most precious gifts that you have. So January feels like a very celebratory and contemplative time, both. For February, the Death card is clarified by the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords. I think one of the things that is becoming clearer and clearer for you is the ways that you have uh, created a pattern, a habit of moving towards those things that make you feel supported and in some ways safe. And that has been in large part a protection against the various uh, expectations of others. So that the role that perhaps you were assigned as a member of a family, performing a certain role, it can be a provider, it can be the helper, it can be the parent, whatever the role is, you understand, are increasingly understanding how you have used that to protect yourself from the blowback of others' disappointments. Upholding a certain role in any kind of community has always led to someone's disappointment, and thus your own self-judgment about your failure, the nature of your failure. This is the constant judgment that we customarily become used to uh, receiving from others. And the way that we've internalized that, you have finally challenge that through the work you've done in releasing these norms that others have projected onto you and found you wanting. So you are gaining clarity. The clarity is not, in my view, simply a light bulb that goes off in February. This is a growing sense of your uh, uh, passion for your truth, for justice, for fairness, uh, for a better understanding of your right to be who you are, your right to assert your ideas equally in the arena with others, that you don't have to hide your light, or you will no longer tolerate being dismissed, being discredited. If those that are familiar with the role that you have always played, and I default to the family, the community, because that's so often the place where we have gained habits and behaviors that are reflective of our fear of not being supported, not being approved of, not being loved back. You are moving into those spaces, even if that's your very own self created space where you can speak your truth. You can be open to new ideas and build on what you know to be true for you. And in part, in some measure, that's a part of your accepting the support that is a match for you, not the support that has more often been uh, negative feedback or criticism. In March, the Magician is clarified by the Empress and the Seven of Cups. This is you uh, looking at all the options that are available as a result of what you now realize you have achieved and are achieving. Again, the storyline maintains this place of centrality that you have in a community, on a team, within a family structure, within an organization, as someone who makes everything happen. You're not the leader per se. There may be no desire to be the leader. However, you are the one who quite often supports the work that needs to be done, making sure that others have what they need to do their part. As a result of that, you may have often felt denied in the past and now have the opportunity to recognize that the spoils of your experience are there for the taking. The unlimited resources, money, the friends, the popularity, the nice things are options for you. However, you have moved beyond a place where those kinds of rewards and tokens of success are satisfying to you. You understand those things come and go, and your real goal is staying on your path of purpose, working in some way that you serve a community, you serve others who, like you, who may have suffered or been victims or felt themselves to be victims. So this is really about you not being distracted by the tokens, the gifts, the invitations of others that you once would have coveted. You understand that your energy is sacred and you're really focusing it in the place where you can maximize your definition of abundance and success. It also is about your letting yourself be loved, be recognized, be rewarded as part of justice, as part of receiving equitable or fair treatment for work you've already done, the presence that already is achieved in your being who you are. Because that's where we started at for this quarter. You're simply valid and valued for being who you are. You don't have to do anything to be valued or loved. to those with whom you are in alignment. And that's what you're seeking to experience over and over again throughout your various arenas of your life. I'm going to finish up this reading, Aries, with a African flora and fauna of Africa. I haven't used these in a while. And I pulled the Golden Crown back. And it reads, a major transition is underway. This new situation may require some sacrifices, but it will be worth it. And the key word is rebirth, which is particularly highlighted for you in February. So if you've enjoyed this reading, please like this video, please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate your comments if you feel so inclined. Until next time, Aries, Namaste.